You have like a 30-second warning, so. Minute 30.
Hello and welcome to week 1 of NGS Division West, our D West matchup between Maximum Thrust and LTK We Hate Objective. And with me, the healer that keeps me alive through everything as much as they can when I do stupid stuff, Kelladorn. How you doing, Kelladorn?
Doing great, Bloody. Thanks for inviting me to join you in a co-cast this evening.
Thank you for coming. This first one's back. I'm always a little nervous, so it's always nice to have. So, as we are seeing in the bans, we have Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity on the side of Maximum Thrust. The bans for the side of LTK We Hate Objective is Sky Temple and Altaric Pass, and we are headed into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Kelladorn, for those that don't know what Tomb of the Spider Queen is, let us know about this map.
Right, well, Tomb of the Spider Queen is a simple 3-lane map, very short rotations between each of the lanes. You got the objective is that you're going to gather up gems from the spiders that spawn in every wave and turn in to summon big boss wave that will come and help you push down the enemy team. Simple as that. Every time you summon them, it costs 5 more gems, starting at 50 and going up from there.
Then we get the big old spiders that come down the lane and whoop butt unless you don't do anything, and we are into the draft. We already have Junkrat being banned out by LTK. We are seeing a Rhaegar banned out first on the side of Maximum Thrust. What do you think so far of the bans?
Pretty standard. Junkrat is a pretty powerful hero overall. Rhaegar is seen as one of the better healers with a cleanse, slows. A little bit weaker on the healing aspect of it, but pretty powerful with the utility.
Yeah, taking him right out of the game early is going to help for the big heals. We see a Sylve coming out. I have to think, we're at this point, everybody kind of knows and does their scouting, so it's going to be a titled ban along with the Falstad. Falstad I don't usually see much on this map.
No, it's a smaller map. It's not like you need to go from top to bottom real quick. But Falstad also, has the ability to like fly behind the team and gust. If LTK has a pretty good Falstad player, I can see it just being a good ban.
Yeah, it's something that I don't see very often. We get a Joe coming straight through on Striker Killer. Now I know Striker Killer, and I know that Joe is one of his favorite characters. I'm surprised to see the Joe get through. Not many games nowadays we see a Joe get through. And we see
Johanna's considered one of the better heroes in the entire game, I think. Varian coming in as an early pick for Maximum Thrust.
And Varian, great counter because of that 13 where you get Shield Breaker, which makes trait from Johanna pretty much worthless. So that's a big deal there. We do get the Anduin. Are we going to see an Anduin Light Bomb combo?
Oh, definitely. Both Joe's ults work great with a Light Bomb.
Yeah.
And a Blaze following up that for their Bruiser.
Wow, they go straight into the Bruiser. This That's not something I can see a whole lot. I mean, I know they like Blaze, but ooh, that can be a little hard to deal with. Going early because there's so many offlaners that can counter and hurt both tanks.
Yep. We are seeing. What are we going to see for the third ban? DPS of some sort? Hanzo? Hanzo's a pretty strong character.
Yeah, I definitely like the Hanzo there. One second, I'm having issue with the screen not being full. What's going on?
The Li Ming as the third ban from LTK. Do you think that variant is going to be a taunt variant, smash, or wind blades?
I would guess that it's going to be a taunt variant.
Wonder if we'll see a Stukov follow that up for a variant Stukov combo. Oh, there it is. Called it.
Okay, so that is a good combo setup. I'm going to have to change that setup I have on my screen later for my... Hopefully that fixed everything. It'll change the names when we get over. Apologize for that. We do get a Gazlo. Gazlo's not really a great counter to Blaze. I kind of thought we would have seen something a little more percentage base. And then we get Chromie and Cassia. What do you think of this team setup for LTK?
LTK has a strong front line. Chromie Poke's going to be pretty obnoxious, I think. It will be up to maximum thrust to pierce through that front line and get that Chromie in the back line or the Anduin.
So I'd have to think we're going to see something like a Greymane or something. We see a Deathwing.
Ooh, the triple bruiser, the triple front line. Spicy.
Now, Deathwing into Blaze is very strong, so you could see a 4-man Gazlo here, but I don't see a way to get to Chromie. That could be an issue.
No, maximum thrust will have to play the bush as well, catch the rotation possibly.
So this could be very spicy. So match is started. Nobody switched sides right here. I'm gonna throw some videos and we'll go live in just a few moments.
Your cropping is much better now.
And we are live into game over on the side of Maximum Thrust. We have anyone on Varian. We have Weststar, W-Star on Raynar. We have Vacuity on Deathwing. Zelda, I don't know, whatever, Gazlo. And Sleeping Bear and Stukov. What do we have for the side of LTK?
On LTK, we have J-Dick on the Cassia. We have Striker Killer as the Johanna. Last Malkier as the Chromie. Victar as the Anduin. And Bodidley. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Bodidley as the Blaze.
I think they're Bo Diddley. It's just spelled wrong. I remember that from before. So we do have the Blaze going right down. They are looking for a fight with that Gazlo again. I'm not sure how Gazlo's going to fit in there. Huge damage going out onto anyone.
Right, as we always say, Varian's not a real boy at level 1.
I was going to say, I think they forgot
4.
he's a little plastic right now. Striker Killer going in deep. Yeet comes out.
Good pull from the Anduin, saving the Striker Killer from the Deathwing's stink breath.
And we have a double soaking Blaze.
Ooh.
That's spicy. I did not expect that to happen. We'll see if it keeps that way.
Maximum thrust really aggressive with the preventing rotations down.
Now, maximum thrust is beefier, so they're going to be able to control, I mean, at least the two capture or the two turn-in points a little easier because of their beefiness. But to me, what do you think is the most important thing for each side? Because right now I'm looking at the matchup between Gazlo and Blaze, but I'm an offlaner, so.
Well, you know, I think that being aware of your rotations, top and mid for both teams, collecting your gems and just keeping an eye on where the other team is. Maximum Thrust already began their bruiser camp. I wonder if LTK will soon follow suit. Looks like they are about 30 seconds behind.
I mean, maximum thrust is a little head on experience, which is surprising to me because the Blaze was actually double soaking there for a minute. But it looks like the Gazelle is doing the same thing. Let's check what they have. Oh,
Maxim is moving down to the siege camp while they're still doing their double soak with the two bruisers.
So I do like that they captured the bottom. Blaze is going to be able to clear that easily, though. Deathwing's dropping in the mid to help clear that camp that's coming out. They were able to clear the camp on the side of LTK.
Both teams just playing for gems right now. They both are 5 gems away from turn-in. Early turn-ins are not that strong. So
big damage going out, big taunt. Joe is able to get out using that trade.
The big pull, yep. That's a 20-second cooldown for a 70-second cooldown, though. So
now, if you look bottom, look at the gems both of these offlaners are carrying. I mean, it would be huge to be able to get the gank on that. And it looks like that's what they were trying to do for LTK. Gazlo's running for his life right now.
Yeah, I would. If I were LTK, I would take opportunity to get some of those gems turned in.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Striker's holding 25 or 24. I mean, both our offlaners are holding a lot. The difference is Gazlo dies a lot easier. Blaze is trying to turn in bottom.
It gets his 27 in. Both teams have turn in. If you see that gem lit up, it means you have enough gems for turn in. So, did not know if you knew that.
Yep, that one I did, but there may be people watching that don't. I mean, we always get new watchers all the time. That's what's cool about this game. Even though it hasn't really gotten the updates in a long time, there are still fresh faces playing and watching, so. And the Gazlo, I was really surprised that the Gazlo didn't leave turrets up by turn-in to make sure nothing could get turned in from the Blaze, but we're going to see first objective go over to the side of LTK.
Yes, we will. Again, the early web weavers aren't super strong. The web weavers also lose hit points continuously, even if they're not being attacked.
Which is a good point, because, I mean, at least you know that you can leave a lane if you have to, and it won't run it down all the way to core.
Yep.
I think
Your goal.
The other map
Go
that
here.
does it is what, Curse? Or, Garden?
I don't know if the terrors on Garden do it or not. I'm not sure on that one. Mid cleared easily. LTK getting decent value, getting the walls down. We'll see if they can get this variant kill. Nope, he escapes with a third of his life left.
And I mean, as you're saying, like wall, it looks like even though they're really close and actually maximum thrust is a little ahead on experience, LTK has gotten 2 of the walls down already. Or well, top a wall plus a gate. Yeah, I mean they're still a little ahead.
And we'll see if the return turn-in gets any more value than LTK's.
Oh,
They see that Blaze haven't started the
35
camp.
on. You see it on the bottom there, and we got a whole team coming down. The Blaze will go down. That gas
That
will
is
better
first
run.
blood, I believe, right? Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it
first
is.
blood.
Yeah. I mean, 6 minutes in for a first blood at level 10. That's pretty good. Both teams are playing very well. That Gazlo's just it scares me seeing 36 there.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. They're going for their first fort, getting that value. That's what you're aiming for. Your very first objective is at least a fort.
And it was a good objective. Usually, don't you go for top though? If I remember correctly.
Top is your win lane.
Yeah.
Yep, it's your win condition.
So 4 10s on the side of Maximum Thrust. We have Shield Wall, Hyperion, Bellowing Roar, Grab a Bomb, and Flailing Swipe. What do we have for the side of LTK?
The LTK Anduin has the Light Bomb, looking for that combo. Cassia has the Valkyrie. Blaze has Bunker Drop. Chromie has Temporal Loop, and Blessed Shield from Johanna.
Temporal Loop, always a huge way to get your kills. I mean, the combos, they have a killer combo. They have stun on either stun or blinds or some kind of heavy CC on every player on their team.
Maximum Thrust getting the double turn in.
Wow, very nice. And Gazlo finally dumped his gems.
Yeah.
Are you surprised they're going for mid here, or that they're not trying to run up top, or?
I think that they're going to try to clear this camp to help push
Big
mid.
Grab bomb.
Big
Huge
grab bomb.
Big stun.
Oh, they're going to be able to feel.
They're going to get away.
Yeah.
But they're actually on their back feet now.
Yeah. The Rainer getting caught out, but the return kill on Johanna.
That definitely better get it in the air. They don't have anything left. And, I mean, so far, not really going to get a whole lot on this set of spiders.
I'm surprised not to see the light bomb go out there at all. They were in the middle of that team. And Anduin still has his light bomb up.
Yeah, and it seemed like it would have been a great counter. They would have gotten a lot of kills, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that definitely does not mind dropping into enemy territory.
Oh, definitely looks like they're building into the breath weapon.
That's gonna.
That gravel bomb secures that kill, 100%.
And they went for reduction. They went Firestorm at 7, which means when they drop on people, the amount of people they drop actually will help them. The more you drop on, the faster the reset of your air ability is. And you get 2 seconds off of when you drop from when you're able to use skills again. So this definitely can do a lot to that Chromie.
Blaze charging in, trying to get that Rainer. Rainer gets rewound, and the Chromie secures it. D-Trade
just saving the Joe. They're just not. It seems like
Blaze
they have
diving in.
Seems like they have the favorable fight. They're just not getting a good team fight on Maximum Thrust.
Yeah, Blaze has 40 gems. He's beginning to turn in bottom.
And we got Striker Killer, Last Milk here, and Vicar turning in top. Let's see what they can do with this set of spiders.
Yeah, they're 2 forts behind right now. Their lanes are pushed out. This is a recovering from the Maxim's push.
For sure. Looks like they're gonna go mid.
It's not a bad choice, especially if they're split. Looks like it's just 2 bruisers there right now.
And here comes the Varian and the Stukov.
Light bomb goes out, hits the Gazlo, and they secure that kill.
Yeah, there's no way to survive that. Big Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie
comes
pulls
out.
in.
Is he
Are they
going to
be able to get the Varian? Oh, Stukov.
Wow, that was
Stukov.
Stukov saved that.
Yeah, he was up pretty far though. That could have been very dangerous.
It looks like Blaze is going to secure bottom.
That's a pretty decent trade.
Evened up, and they're going to get mid here too. So we're going to be evened up on lane pressure completely. See if they go top and try to finish that top fort and get ahead.
Yeah.
Looks like just the Deathwing up there.
Two teams seem pretty evenly matched right now, back and forth a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, that's strange to see this early in the season. Usually someone has the jitters.
Maxim already on their bruiser again, pulling out that camp is powerful. The 20 spell armor that mage gives is very nice.
And LTK will match it. And it looks like we have a 4-man going bot for Maximum Thrust to turn in.
Yeah, maybe perhaps get that siege camp started before they finish. It doesn't look like they have enough gems right now, but...
Yep, they're close. Just going to allow a free clear, which is going to allow their camp to come out farther, and they're going to be able to push with that. And it looks like we're going to have a collapse onto the Gazlo. Striker Killer with the all tower.
The blade... Oh, the rewind hits. The Gazlo grab a bomb might save him, though. Oh, Valkyrie just misses. Gazlo with 600 hit points there.
Thanking their stars right now for a misstep.
Yeah. The Gazlo did take the increased heals at 4 from bombs and laser beams. That helps him get back into the game quickly.
Yeah, and they did do superior schematics, which is not usual for the build. Usually you go into spell power at 16, or at 13, but I mean...
Yeah, if he's in the off lane a lot, though, that superior schematics can help with that wave clear still.
True.
They are looking to engage here. Grab bombs up in 2 seconds. Gazlo's being super aggressive. Yeah. He really wants to catch them.
I'm guessing so. They do have turn-ins.
Yep.
And their lanes are pushed out pretty well. They're able to get it. We'll see what they can do here. I think they're going to go... They're obviously going to go top here. They're all top.
Yep. The grab bomb comes out. It misses all of LTK.
Big taunt into a silence.
Deathwing flying across the battlefield, raining fire upon them.
That's a lot of damage. That Blaze is in trouble right now. Deathwing's in trouble too. I think Maximum Thrust is going to have to just back off though. They're way too low.
Yeah, meanwhile the other 2 lanes have spiders uncontested.
They really needed this top fort. Oh,
they
nice
secure
kill.
That kill with the taunt silence on the Cassia.
So let's see, they're going back on the offensive. They do have a Gazlo, so they can push this down.
Deathwing flew down to the bottom, so
I mean,
securing that keep wall.
I didn't think that this was going to work out for him for a comp, but I mean, the separate push between the Gazlo and Deathwing is working out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. There's no percent damage on the side of LTK. Unless... Does Cassia get a percent damage?
She does. Had a... Well, Chromie can ignore armor.
Yeah. Cassia gets a 1% bonus damage to their health.
Okay.
At 16. So...
that's a tough go being a Cassia trying to hurt a Deathwing though. Really
Yeah,
good
half
side.
the martial law's effect though is it gets up to 3% if they're slowed or blinded, but Deathwing's immune to all CC, so
Right.
it's just a flat 1% on that Deathwing.
So I mean, Deathwing really, I didn't expect it, but a good pick here.
Yeah, he's playing out well. He's World Breaker for the most part, the better form.
We got
Light
two
Bomb
ults
comes
coming
out. Yep.
Deathwing's taking some big damage.
Meanwhile, the reverse,
Was the
the
grab bomb
Rainers,
missed?
I think so.
And then we just saw Valkyrie missed.
Yeah. Hyperion didn't get much value other than pushing them off point. The rewind coming out on Gazlo again. Let's see if they can secure that
Big
kill.
damage coming out
Double
of
stun. Oh, it's a double rewind.
Wow.
Stukov in the back line being chased down by Joe. She's out of things to do, though. Yep.
Oh, I think Variant's going for the kill on the Joe, but the Blaze is able to get a nice stun in there.
Yes, saving those 35 gems on Striker Killer.
I mean, LTK has been the better team fight team, I think, so far this match. Good taunt. Wow. Sorry
That
for
is what
blowing
you're
your
looking
eardrum.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Maxim is looking for, is that pick. The pick comp.
Yeah, I really haven't seen it executed up until that point right there. I mean, fairly well.
Yep.
And
Deathwing taking it to Shan. It's down really low.
LTK has enough for a turn in. We'll see if they're able to turn this in. They're checking top.
Bo Diddley on bottom turning in those 30.
So they do, all they need to do is have the Joe turn in and they have their set. Looks like the
Surprised they didn't start that back camp.
Yeah, get a head on that and have it pushing.
Early started so that they could push with the spiders.
Right.
They kind of wandered middle, did little circles for a minute. That's something to, you know, well-organized team would be on starting that just so that they could get it to go.
Yeah,
not that these teams aren't well organized. Both these teams are playing out of their minds.
But it's a big advantage, just the spell armor alone to walk in with.
Right. That makes you just push so much harder with that mid wave.
Yeah, because I mean it's gonna nullify 30% of what Deathwing puts out in his breath. That's a huge amount of damage.
Yeah. Not seeing anything unusual picked up at 20s. All seems pretty normal. The Deathwing going with the landing of the effect, the arrival of the god.
I mean, which is pretty much every Deathwing goes. It's the, I mean, by far best pick for Deathwing. Anyone going in big, and here comes the. They're really going to have to get to the Anduin if they want that to work out.
Yeah, the Anduin pulls are on point.
Grab Bomb went out without hitting anybody again.
The Anduin with the double pull at 16. Both teams are just looking to just play off the map, push out lanes.
We are gonna. Oh no! I thought Gaz would take that camp, but gonna leave it.
They're positioning around top. Oh, they're looking. No, they don't have enough to turn in.
No, they're down. They're down by 7. Maybe they're just doing it just in case there's a fight and they lose. I mean, that's always smart to deal with.
Yeah, these teams very evenly matched at 5 kills to 4.
And
right
LTK
now.
is coming and looking for blood right now.
No. They're not going to find Blood. He's in the casting booth.
Bloody 1 and 2.
Yes.
It's kind of scary. Are we going to cause a rip in the space-time continuum?
You know, our Captain Kath probably can't even tell us apart right now if she's watching.
So both teams sticking together as 5 for the most part since we hit about, I said level 17, 18.
Yeah, it's been pretty tight, the race. Um, I don't think anyone's really pulled very far ahead.
No, I'm surprised.
Gazlo was stepping up that grab bomb.
Looks like he's got it ready,
Here it
but
comes
he's
out.
just stunned time and time again.
There is a wombo out with the Deathwing Fly.
But
1-for-1
damage.
kills right now.
Anyone survives. Strike
Yo.
killer down to 160.
200.
Valkyrie comes
Oh,
out.
the Rainer pokes her to death.
How's the damage on the Rainer? We got 77,000 on the Deathwing, 50,000 on the Rainer, 109 from the Chromie.
I think Chromie is doing very well and is keeping LTK in the game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It does feel like since they hit 20, the team fights are pretty even. It's all going to be on who can land the Wombo first.
Maxim picks up the boss while LTK seeks value elsewhere, getting the siege. They are backing immediately, knowing that they need to get that boss defended. And here, turn in with a boss is a big game winner.
Yeah, I almost wonder if it would have been better to let it wait a little bit. I guess that'll help the spider get up there. Huge damage coming out.
The ideal thing is you get the spiders going first, and then pick up the boss about 10 seconds later, and the waves hit together.
Nice Valkyrie coming out. We had 3 ults burn there to burn down the Rainer.
The boss finishes the keep. Grab bomb misses. No value there.
So I was watching and I just checked replay. 2 times in a row he's tried to grab bomb the Joe. That's been the problem. The grab bomb hits, but they have trait, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Joe's trait, probably one of the most powerful in the game, I would say. Unstoppable and shield.
Yeah, just an instant I'm going to walk away from you is kind of disgusting.
Yeah. The breath weapon misses completely. LTK just interested in clearing.
And not to be nitpicky on it, but I feel like if he would have gone with the stun and then into the breath, he probably would have nailed 3 in that corridor there.
Right. LTK is chasing them down, trying to get some kills.
Very nice TNT coming out of the Gazlo to back them up. Here's the stun.
Cassius on an island pulled. Oh. Joe's... Oh, invincibility comes out, but he's still burned right through it.
Yeah,
that was the very shattering throw.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the one thing that can actually stop that Joe.
Yeah.
We're 11 away from being able to grab another objective on the side of LTK and 40 away on the side of Maximum Thrust.
Late game though.
Huge stun, taunt, and Blaze goes to sleep.
That is 30 seconds without a front line for LTK. This is game ending right here.
I have to agree with you. I mean,
they
the
have
Joe is going to have
waves.
to come out and throw everything they got in order to try to stop
2 waves crashing on core. No front line to stop them. We are 75.
We got 3 turrets.
50. 30.
That was quick.
And that's game. That's GG's.
Very good game, Maximum Thrust. What a close game 1.
Wow, that was intense. I'm sweating from that one. That was a lot of back and forth.
It definitely was, man. They had that thing going well.
Came down to LTK pushing out that mid lane and the Rainer respawning, and then Maxim turning on them, getting those kills.
So we have game 1 going over to the side of Maximum Thrust. Let's take a look at the stats here. Healing 125 on the Stukov compared to the 93 from the Anduin. Over on the side of Maximum Thrust, 16,000 experience on the Deathwing, 17,000 on the Blaze. Chromie, 138,163 damage, topping the second place damage by almost 60,000, almost a full game's worth. Oh, What do you think coming out of that game one?
I think that was really good, very spicy. I'm looking at Maxim Thrust. That Stukov was the main kill getter with his low blow. So they were looking at that taunt into a low blow, and that the silence to kill off the target.
I mean, you can't argue with it. It worked. They were able to pull it off. When they started trying to hit it, they were hitting it consistently. The Anduin tried to save them as much as possible. I would say the Anduin probably saved 6 or 7 kills.
Yeah. Oh, the Anduin's pulls were on point for sure. The Varian's shattering throw proved invaluable at the end there when Joe's invincibility activated, and then she just died.
Yeah, I mean, like what we were saying, it's the one thing in the game that actually can instantly stop that on her because there's just too much. She can walk away for a good 10 meters before anything, is a problem for her.
Yep. But not when he blows up her trait, and she just can't do anything about it.
So we are looking for game 2. So I have to say, looking at matchups, Maximum Thrust came into game 1 with a very macro heavy comp where LTK was looking for the kill, but did you feel like I felt like the beginning and medium momentum was really heavy on the side of LTK. Is that how you felt on it?
I think it was a lot of back and forth. I think that one team would win a fight, and then they'd start to push out, and then the other team would come back and reverse it. It was, I think Maxim was ahead at least one building most of the game. I think they still had a fort top at the end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But both teams playing incredibly. I would, if I were to go for this, I think that Chromie would be ban worthy in the next game. That's just me, though.
Can you ban people? Let's just ban Last Malkier for the game, and because that Chromie was disgusting.
Yes.
So we're just waiting on the next map to come up. Hopefully coming in soon. We're going to take a short break while we wait for that next map. We'll see you back in just a moment.
Come out, wherever you are.
To Volskaya Foundry. Gonna start in just a second here. Why don't you tell the folks around here how Volskaya Foundry works?
All right, Volskaya Foundry, another 3-lane map. Usually the bottom lane is seen as the solo lane, but they're not huge rotations between the lanes. We have an objective that comes up, starts in the center lane, goes to the top, goes to the bottom, back to the center, until you win the game. Essentially, that will be always in that order. You get a powerful tree glove protector when you've captured it. You have to stand on the point, King of the Hill style, until you get 100%. And then 2 people can pilot the protector and push out lanes, turn off walls, stuff like that. So
This is one of my favorite maps. I know there's been a lot of people that are mad because the objective isn't entirely very strong, but I just like the way this map is set up.
yeah, I think it's spicy enough. You get items are more important than objective. It seems like
Yeah.
the turrets and the healing camps and stuff like that. The tree glove starts out pretty weak. It does power up quite quickly. By the time you're going to point C, it's usually game winnable. But the first 2 tree glove protectors still give you an advantage early on, but they're not worth dying over,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So far we do have a Falstad and a Chromie band for the side of Maximum Thrust, Junkrat for the side of LTK. So obviously, like you said, Chromie should be gone. Chromie is gone. The Falstad must be a pickup from the other team. Junkrat, of course, I mean, whether it's somebody who's really good on it or not, it's always kind of banned. And the Deathwing Respect band. So we'll get the Chromie and the Deathwing bands. Good bands?
Yeah, both of them were invaluable that first game. Chromie is great here with zone control on that point.
We get the first pick, Rhaegar.
That was something they sniffed out. It must be a comfort pick for Sleepy Bear.
Yeah.
They banned that instead of Deathwing first game, I believe.
Yeah, I bet you they're wishing they wouldn't have banned, or they would have banned the Deathwing. That's, whew, it was nasty.
Yeah.
We get the variant over on the side of Striker Killer this time. Is anyone gonna pick Joe? Or do they already know that's not what they want to see?
I don't know, the leading being picked up this time. Orbs are a powerful zoning tool as well.
Yeah, I would almost right now pick a Nubarak, but we do see a Sylvanas. Nubarak's a great counter, but we do get an ETC.
ETC not a bad hero. One of the lower health pool tanks in the game, but
I mean, if it's a comfort
Sylvanas,
pick, eh.
yeah. Sylvanas can be useless. It's a map where your objective is able to shut down walls already with its W. But Sylvanas is great at wave clear and stuff like that. Her trait can. I wonder if she goes Burnt Queen to power up those turrets. We mentioned the items are very powerful, and her Burnt Queen impacts those items.
And that can be the big difference in a fight. I mean, that's especially if it's targeting, you know, it hits the other turret, takes the other person's turret out quicker. That's a big advantage. Leo gone. Blaze
Blaze.
gone. And then it was LTK that played Blaze last game.
It was, yes.
So okay. I'm almost betting we see a Dahaka. We see a Sonya.
And
Which-
it looks like they are going to try to do their pick comp variants to come.
And adding a Sonya leap is not a bad idea.
Shuts down a Sylvanas or a Rhaegar.
Yeah, quite easy. I mean, you obviously can't. I mean, you can go to Haka here, but we'll never be able to stand in lane. Hogger,
A lot of people think Hogger is really powerful. I don't understand the hero personally, but I can respect the pick.
I mean, high ceiling, but high difficulty. So,
Right.
you know, if you're really thinking your Hogger's that good, then good into it. But Sonya's actually pretty good into Hogger.
Yeah, the self-sustain and non-mana hero is very nice. the Kael'thas being the last pickup, and the Greymane
Wow.
being the final
Greymane.
pickup for LTK.
Greymane, Li Ming, whatever they choose to hit is dead.
Yes. Yeah. Especially if like Sonya can hit multiple targets in a leap in the back line, and the Li Ming, Greymane just pop them all.
Yep. I mean, the good thing is Sylvanas is kind of her own defense on a back line. KT,
Right. She's unstoppable, I think, at 13, right?
yeah. But I mean, she's got such good mobility, anyways. I mean, she's a good chance. Like, she'll get away from a Greymane. But KT is very, very, very vulnerable. So, oh, sorry, I kept my pause screen up. I didn't put my videos up. My bad, I'm not paying attention. It was such a good conversation. I wanted to keep it going, so we are.
No, you showed the draft. I'm watching the stream. You saw the whole draft.
Yeah, but usually I play my videos in between loading screens and all that jazz. So, for the side of Maximum Thrust, we have anyone on ETC. We have Westar on Sylvanas. We have Vacuity on KT. We have Held TV on Hogger and Sleepy Bear on Rhaegar. What do we got for LTK?
LTK, we have Jadek on the Greymane, Vicar on the Stukov, Last Malkir on the Li Ming, Striker Killa was the not a real boy yet Varian, and Bo Diddley as the Sonya.
No one believed it at first,
the hot
but now
pink.
everyone wants one.
Ooh,
In under 45
I still have
seconds,
music
I'm
going.
gonna
And
show you how these
I
knives
tell you,
work.
I'm average tonight. Sorry about that. Got music going over the game. It's my first one for the season. It'll get better. And Hogger already taken good amounts of damage from that Sonya. That Sonya is going to beat up on that Hogger. The only advantage I feel like that Hogger is going to have is faster double soak if they try to attempt that.
Right, but Maxim is ahead on rotations in the top mid lanes.
I think they're a very good macro team so far. I mean, what we've seen, they do not miss a wave, and the Sonya takes down the Hogger.
Falls. Wow. Very impressive.
Especially early games, Sonya rips Hogger up.
As mentioned earlier, the camps, the items are a big deal on this map. Looking to gear up for an objective is very powerful. You want to pick up those turrets as soon as possible.
Yeah, I kind of thought the Sonya was going to run over and steal Maximum's turret, because she would have had time at this point, watching where the Hogger had to come back. Both teams trying to set up for the defense.
If you pick up that turret immediately when it spawns at 1 minute, it spawns again about halfway through the objective. So
Yeah,
the Hogger is doing camp top and KTZ is holding bottom. Did Sonya take spin to win? No, she didn't.
no, she did not.
She went W build.
Which, you know, oh well. I don't know if I would even have gone W build. It works against Hogger. But I don't think the Hogger is going to match in lane. I think that KT may switch. KT will go down right there to the Sonya.
Yeah. And that is 2 Sonya kills early on. Sonya being invaluable.
She's mean. Especially on this map, because you have the escalators to get up. That's one of Sonya's harder things, is she doesn't have
Maxim
mobility.
rotating down on that Sonya though, realizing
And
her
we'll go
value.
down.
Three-glove terminal online. Take control of it to pilot the mech.
Sylvanas shutting down that wall, getting some value. All the value you get now is nice later on. She gets almost the entire gate and one of the towers.
Wow. huge lift. Striker's not going to make it, but they do counter and get the
It's
sill.
1 for 1. Those leaning orbs are powerful with zoning out stuff. She took the reduced cooldown at 4, the correct build, where she could just keep throwing orbs out at maximum range. Entire orb build is not that strong, but that level 4, I mean, it's a great zoning tool.
And it's working.
Yeah. Turrets up again for LTK side of the map. But they're more interested in getting some percent on just, nope, they're moving down to the turret. They want that powerful item.
So
Sylvanas did not take Merc Queen. Interesting.
I don't think Maximum Thrust is even going to try to stop this. It looks like they're trying to get
They
double
get value
lanes.
elsewhere.
Although they just grabbed the healer camp. And they're on their turret. Here comes the Sonya.
Sonya comes sniffing it out. Just playing around.
Yeah. Just looking. Taunt. Taunt comes out.
Taunt, EKT, he's out. Striker Killer's trying to get out now. Big orbs.
ETC starting to eat some damage. Sonya just took a big hit. Huge
Taunt
taunt.
on the Hogger.
Still not able to end it. Striker's getting
Killer's
low
getting out.
again.
Yeah, Hogger in the back line.
Greymane will go down. Striker's going to have to run. 500 hit points is not going to be enough. And Maximum Thrust turning it around by grabbing all the trinkets. I think that's why I like this map so much, because it's so much like Hanamura. Controlling trinkets really does make the game. So we'll see what we can get off this first one. This, like Caledorn said, first 2 of these robots really aren't all that strong.
The Cursed Bullet does not work against the objective. People are curious for that.
Yet Artanis' stacking does.
Blue team had
It's kind of odd how they do that.
They're going after that Sonya. The Sonya's going to have to leap out for her life. There it is.
That is a shockwave used up trying to hit it too.
Yeah. An unnecessary shockwave, really, but
Yeah, there was too much range on that. So far in
LTK
this
is picking
game,
up their top current.
LTK's looked really good. Even though what's strange is, as strong as the Sonya's been, Maximum Thrust is up on kills.
And structures.
They're coming
They're
for the
coming after
Sonya
that Sonya
again.
again.
Here comes
Yep.
4-on-1.
Yep. She's taking the conveyor belt. She
Mind
gets mind
controlled.
controlled.
Yeah, I
and
don't
that's
know that
it.
she's
That's
gonna
all
get
she
out of
wrote.
there.
KT stun. She's gotta be more aware of those rotations.
LTK trying to do the same thing. The Hogger's able to get back. They're going to push on the top now, and here comes Maximum Thrust. Looks like the top to defend. They may be able to get a kill or 2 here. They have the advantage.
Yeah, the difference between the Sonya and the Hogger is Hogger's unstoppable in a Z form.
Right. But that damage, though.
Maxim picking up the Keeley camp again. Hogger's on the turret, but they're sniffing him out. Are they going to try to get them on the rotation?
I think
what's-
they're waiting
what are
for
they
more to
thinking?
come in. There's Striker Killer with a taunt onto the ETC.
Leap into the back line doesn't provide any value. Stukov is on an island way too far up.
Huge
And
damage
Hogger-
onto anyone, though. Or no
Yeah.
one. Yeah, whatever.
Like I said, ETC is a low hit point tank.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonya has more hit points than ETC does right now, so.
Bo Diddley knows at this point he can stand up there and protect that for quite a bit.
I'm starting up an exit
Nice.
especially if they can
Mind control.
double that. Pyroblast is not going to do much against Sonya.
Striker's in trouble here. I don't know. Here comes the
Greymane's
fifth coming up. Greymane's going to look for huge leap. Doesn't get a full leap out though.
Healing reduction from Varian onto that Ancestral.
Shockwave out. That's some big damage. Stukov not able to save him. Oh, Bo Diddley's in trouble.
Hero slain.
Alright, so Maximum Thrust has the advantage again.
Right, LTK is playing amazingly well. It's just Maxim's pulling out these fights. They're picking up items. They're playing the field. They're spreading out.
Yeah.
They're leaving Hogger on the point, and they're pushed into the fort. That means that they have two options with this tree law protector. They can either try to push down the keep wall top, or they can take it bottom and try to get that fort down.
Yeah, you can almost take it bottom and keep your other three up and pushing.
Hero slain.
The pick on that Hogger was instant death. Almost.
And it looks like we're going to have another death on the side of LTK.
The variant
So
getting
1-1.
blown apart. Greymane on an island trying to escape. Sonya zoned out, taking a Pyroblast just to reduce her hit points. Wasn't kill potential, she just has now been zoned out.
Yeah, she's still pretty healthy.
Blue team has taken control of
Blue team, I mean, Maxim having a talent advantage is huge. 16 is a huge power spike.
Yeah, I almost wonder if you get out of the bot push without it, you're going to be a little stronger.
I think it powers up with time as well. I'm not sure on that one.
Stukov really strong on this map just because of what he can do to force out the robot, because I mean you don't want to be stuck in that when you go down and have a puddle and be silence coming out of that.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going after the Sonya
LTK
again.
getting caught up. Yeah. Did she try to leap? It looked like she didn't try to leap.
Nope, didn't get a chance. Gosh, I think that's the third or fourth time they've caught him out. Oh, we have someone
Looks like
that's
we
left
might
the
have
game.
lost a player. There's the pause.
All right, we're gonna take you to another screen here. While we're waiting, we are just waiting on this. It shouldn't take long. Get some music going while we wait. This has been another great back and forth matchup. Felt very one-sided in the beginning of this fight. Now it's just, I mean, it's just back and forth. I think the downside, even though I feel like Maximum Thrust is winning right now, I just feel at 20 that Sonya is going to make a big difference.
Possibly. I'm not an offline main, but I can see like a Sonya leap into an imprisonment kind of thing, or Sonya's armor talent is also very powerful at level 20.
Yeah, and going the build that Sonya went, is that a poison spear? Sure is.
Yeah, countdown. We're back in the game.
Yep, coming back into the game now. With that poison spear, late game with the armor, should be able to stay in quite a bit. We do have Striker getting very low. Nowhere to go. Gonna get caught up. Nice protected.
Vicar has 500 hit points, and Pyroblast secures that kill.
Wow. This is starting to get one-sided again. Maximum Thrust really got a good push.
They're going to start taking what should be LTK's items. They're saying, we are winning, we are going to bully you. I'm taking your turret.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
Looks like they're going to go up and take their top camp too. Why not? Striker Killer's out. Down to half health. Huge
Oh my goodness.
mosh.
4-man mosh.
Wow, that was massive. Gonna get 2 out of it.
That is a keep down, my friend. That's a free keep for...
It's
Maxim.
standing in front of turrets. That was a ballsy mosh.
No. Anyone knows. I don't know if I've seen him try to mosh yet, but that one was invaluable. Leeming's trying to zone with the orbs. It looks like Maxim is not messing around. They are trying to end. They are going for the kill.
They have 9 seconds to be able to do it. We got a mind control out. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it now. They're looking pretty damaged.
No, they should be backing down here. Yeah, they are. Didn't quite even get into percent damage or into core damage. Just shield.
That was a good defense by the side of LTK.
This Varian's chasing down Rhaegar. Nope, he's turning away.
I think he might have gotten a peek at the other ones behind him.
Yeah.
Or in front of him. Looks like they're going to go for the healer camp again. Which...
Why not? They're up 20s.
And they're ahead on the
be
map.
doing something powerful, yeah. If I were Maxim, I'd probably push top lane to see if you can take that other keep.
Nobody grabbed it.
Whoops. Wonder how many people pinged it after they all walked away.
Up 20s, I would almost send 4 top, 1 bottom.
Auger is down there doing the turret right now.
Okay.
I don't see him right now, but you never know if he's hiding in the bush somewhere.
Miss mind control.
Mind control. But it's only a 20-second cooldown
Right.
after 20. So, it's no big deal. Hogger's on point. They now know that Hogger is nowhere nearby.
They're still... I don't think they want that 4v5.
I think they want to keep...
Oh,
they
it goes
wanna
in for the
keep
taunt.
LTK here.
Mind controlled
Cleanse.
out of it.
Yeah.
That's a big pyro coming out. Bo Diddley will go down.
Yeah, that's where you bring Hogger up top in endgame.
Yep.
Yeah, we're up 2 kills. Unless that KT dies. Mind
Which
control
there's
on
another kill
Varian.
probably. That variant's not going to get out of there.
No, I don't think so either.
That is
Hogger.
game.
That is game. 4v5, level 20 is too strong.
Yep.
Hogger with the means picking up the tree glob protector anyway. We'll walk slowly across the map.
That's actually hurting them because they could have shield down by now. And be putting more damage in.
They're 10 seconds out for 2 of their heroes. Unless this Li Ming falls.
That helped.
Yeah, that is back to 3v5 with a tree glob here.
Yeah.
Those GGs coming out.
Well, good
And
game.
Maxim takes it 2-0.
I mean, just great set.
Do you want to reach out to Maximum and see if anyone wants to interview?
Yep, and we'll take that over to NGS lobby.
Yep.
So you and I can head over there now, and I'll wait on one of them to get a hold of us. So I'm going to go to a brief intermission while we wait on an interview. Should be here very shortly. We'll be right back.
We're on it. Oh,
So we're
Do
looking
we
at
lose Bloody?
how you doing?
Hey, good.
Fantastic game. Well, I mean,
Yeah, thank
both
you.
games.
Two really, really good games, yeah.
Go ahead, Keller,
We-
with any questions or anything you want to say.
Oh, I was gonna follow up with you, but no, you guys played really well tonight. First game in Tomb of the Spider Queens, it felt like it was a lot of back and forth. You guys would take turns pushing out. Any strong thoughts on that first game? Anything that really impressed you, or you felt the other team gave you a run for your money with?
I mean, the Chromie time loops were obviously a pain in the butt. So I think the our strength and our strat there was to make use of the Rainer and Deathwing, and just slowly whittle them down, right? Because they couldn't get as close, and we had better siege from a distance. So if we're going back and forth, as long as we're sometimes in range of like Hyperion going through, then eventually we win. So we didn't have to go fast. We could kind of just play the slow game and wait for them to put someone far out, and then get the taunt Stukov puddle.
I mean, it worked out really well. I mean, the late game was very much in your favor, obviously, as you were able to end it. Like Hellador said, it was really back and forth. And the fact that in your first game, you guys didn't have first death until level 10.
I didn't notice that. It's funny that you guys think it was like I felt like I was in control in the first game, but apparently we were not as in control as we thought.
From our point of view, I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
fair.
back and forth. It was about 7 minutes in, I think, the first. I don't know if we were quite tens, but I do.
But
think
yeah, it was a while.
I
Yeah.
think it was Chromie with a time loop was able to get the first kill.
Yeah, fucking time loop. Anyway, yeah. And I think that there was one, like, Raynor took Unstoppable late game, and I think he was shielded, like Blessed Shield, as he was time looped, so he couldn't get the Unstoppable off. Specifically to avoid that, but then it still happened, so.
Yeah, game one, it seemed pretty even. I mean, you guys, no one was really getting that far ahead. I think you guys had a structure advantage for the most part, most of the game, but.
Yeah,
It
no,
was-
they came back with the early struck. Like, I think bottom they took, and yeah, it was looking pretty good. So.
You know,
And you saw my shattering throw kill.
Uh-huh.
yes,
It was very noticeable.
it was very highly praised. We
Okay,
noticed
good, yeah.
immediately. It was, oh, she's got her shield up, she's gonna get away, and then she popped. She was gone.
Yeah, I think
That
we
felt good.
both like, whoa. So, game number 2, going into this, I couldn't. I mean, I knew that Chromie ban was coming right away, but I liked the whole setup you guys had. I was a little questionable on the Hogger, but in the end, it really worked out. Just because Sonya's such a strong fight matchup in the Hogger. But it worked out well for you, and it ended up. I mean, your 4-man push was just amazing. Did you guys feel
That
really
last-
in control?
Yeah, no, actually, so funny enough, I felt less in control that game. But yeah, no, I think the Hogger is I can't remember. I don't know what build he went there. I think he went the Dynamite build, which just
Yeah,
ends
he-
up being a ton of extra like backline damage, right? And so Hogger can kind of play both a mage and a melee and provide some of that CC and swipes and whatnot, right? So I think he's phenomenal. I'm surprised you guys did not like the Hogger pick, but hey, you know.
I thought Hogger was a solid pick, but I'm not an off lane. Bloody is our off lane, so
I
Okay,
just
fair enough.
I just know how a Sonya really matches into a Hogger. In the early game, it showed up that, I mean, the Sonya was very dominant, but I mean, it's hard to mess with a Hogger that can do camps. Nobody can
Right.
do them faster. So
Yep.
it's that give and take between the two.
Well, then that was the specific draft for Hogger was to be the camp guy.
Yeah. And I mean, it
you
worked
guys,
out.
your
Go ahead.
team was very good on those rotations down to Sonya when she was out of position. She was across that halfway lane, and you guys were rotating down on her almost immediately.
Yeah. I don't know how we got our shot calling shit together, but I'm glad we did, because that worked out
Yeah.
well.
It felt like it was very well planned out, and you guys were tight.
Oh
I couldn't
yeah,
help
every game, always.
Because you guys were screaming at each other. Go bottom! Go bottom! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
No, but game 2, there was that very impressive mosh at the end, the 4-man mosh into the turrets of the wall.
Man, was that ballsy.
Yeah. You know, the advice given to me was like, you know, even if you mosh for like a second or two, you can still get a kill off. So I said, let's see what happens. And I only saw 3. Apparently there was 4.
There was 2 behind the wall and 2 in front, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
I would say the one critique I had was after that 4-man mosh, Hogger should have left bottom, and you guys thankfully still won, but they were about to become a 4v5 or 4 again before you guys got that leading kill.
Oh, yeah. They were. Well, Hogger was on the point, I think, right?
Right, but
So we-
at that point, if he had rotated up, you would have been 5v2, whatever.
Yeah,
Very-
we had there was some reason that we made a call that said let's state. I think we thought more of them were up or something, because we said let's keep Hogger on the objective. But yeah, the end of Volskaya, I feel like it's really easy to make the wrong call, and I've done it a lot. So I'm glad it worked out, even if it was lucky.
No, it was just a little bit scary. If had the leading survived for another 5 seconds, it would have been 4v4 on the core.
Right.
And that Hogger driving up the slow Trigula protector. But no, you guys were able to get that kill. You guys were able to make it just a dominant game. Very well played.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for the cast.
Anything else from you, Bloody?
No, it was our pleasure. Thanks for giving us the first game of the season. And we'll actually see you next week.
Oh shit. Okay.
As we are both from Collecting Countless Stars.
Oh. Yeah. So that that's my favorite way to do scouting too, is to do a cast. So.
I was actually, I can't, I used to do early games, and my wife, we bought our new house, and now I don't have my own room, because my daughter stayed home for college. So
Ugh.
I have to wait till everybody's in bed. So I can only do, the late games, and this just so happened to work out. Hey, we'll see both of you guys. So
Awesome. I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, thank you again. It was our pleasure to cast you. Really good domination, and you're gonna give us something to have to fight hard for next week.
Sounds good, guys.
all right, have a good night.
Okay, take care.
You too. Well, that'll be it for me. Thank you very much for co-casting with me, Keladorn. I hope you enjoyed it.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you for pushing all the buttons and doing the hard work. And I just get to sit back and drink wine and criticize people.
Hey, my pleasure. It makes it all that much better to have somebody with me. So thank you very much. Thanks for both the teams putting on a really good game. And I hope everybody has a good night.
Thank you, everyone that watched.